Hi everybody, Matt Fryer here, and thanks for joining me today. We're going to be looking at how you're going to chip out of rough. So if it is your first time here, guys, do think about hitting that subscriber button to get all the teaching content every week to help you improve your golf. So join me down at Formby Golf Club, Formby Ladies Golf Club today, and what we've done is found ourselves by the side of one of the greens here in quite a nasty, snarly sort of tangly lie just off the green. So I've not hit too much of a bad iron shot, but I've just found myself now in a position where there's quite a lot of rough between the ball and my club face. So it's going to be a bit difficult and a bit different to how I would normally play my standard chip shot. So what we've got to be aware of here when we are playing these shots that are lying from the rough, they're going to react different when they land, and they're going to come out a little bit different off the club face when we do play these. So as you can see here, I've got a little bit of an uprising up onto the green, then I've got a flag that's about 25 to 30 feet away from me. So the problem now is that with this quite a lot of rough around the golf ball, I can't play a shot where I just naturally land it, get any spin and see that it would check up and bite next to the hole, because when I would play the shot, as I come to impact the golf ball now, there's going to be grass in between the ball and the club face, so the grooves aren't as effective as if there was nothing there, it was sat really nicely and I'd have a perfectly clean club. So once we know that, then we've got to make the adjustments for it. And also the grass being quite, it's quite juicy and there's a lot of it, that's also going to take some of the speed out of the club head as it's approaching the golf ball. It's going to make it snarl up there a little bit and reduce it. So once we know that as well, we can factor that into our shot selection. So what I've gone for here is my most lofted wedge, which is my 58-degree wedge. Reasoning for that now, I know it's going to pop out of it, so it's going to come out quite softly, not too flat and quick across the floor as it's coming out. And also with that loft on it, I can swing a little bit harder, knowing that it is going to get snagged as it actually impacts the golf ball. So it's going to get up quick enough to then land softly, not run as much as we'd normally see. And then also, like I say, with that up, I can hit it a little bit harder because I know it's not going out flat too much. Then from here, what we've got to look at is how we're actually going to impact the golf ball. Normally on a basic chip, I'd be looking for something where I'd be quite shallow down at the golf ball. I'd feel like I'm just grazing the turf a little bit, starting to use the bounce of the club a lot more and let it just wipe along the floor and not really take too much of a divot. As we're here now, because of this thick juicy rough, what I want to do is present the leading edge a little bit more to act as almost like a razor blade or a spade, and let it dig through the rough, get to the ball and then get through and carry on through and let the ball get out. So knowing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my club in, and what I'm thinking here as well, I'm not actually going to be aiming to impact the ball perfectly. I'm not going to get the perfect contact. It's almost like a bit of a duff shot, it would feel like, because there's going to be so much grass in between the ball and the face. So knowing that, I'm going to go a little bit further back in my stance so it's played off my back foot here. I've still got the advantage of having a lot of loft. Then I'm going to try and get steep on it, so I'm coming down and almost taking this bit of turf out there, almost brushing it out of the way, and that takes quite a lot of commitment. We've got to know that it's not going to go racing off over the other side of the green. It's going to pop out and go softly because of that loft, and because I've got it in the back of my stance, I can come down steep on it. So a little bit weight into the left side in the back of my stance, and then, like I say, this committed hit through there and just pops out nicely. And it's not a shot generally that you're going to get close all the time because of the difficulty of how close we are to the flag and the lie we've got. It's something where getting it close at all would be a really wonderful shot. So if I just pop another one back into a bit of a nasty lie there, not my old divot, that's too hard. What I want to see, like I say, is something where it's back in my stance, I'm getting down steep on it and I'm just popping it out. So here I've chose the loft to help me do it through, and just pops out again. Oof, nearly slam dunked that one. But I've given myself a putt now. So in some situations, getting it close is not an option. You've just got to get it back into play. See that it's not the one where if we were trying to be too cute with it, we're trying to land it on, get a little bit of spin, and we'd see the, oh no, we've got to hit the same shot again. So be committed to it. Know that it is going to come out a little bit further than you normally see a chip shot. So by choosing a little bit more loft, you can get it up, landing it softer. Commit to hitting it through so the grass doesn't snarl the club up too much and we get this one. And then hopefully you'll start to see that you're chipping the ball a little bit better out of the rough. Guys, if you've liked that video and you think it is going to help you, hit that like button for me. Also remember, do consider subscribing to the channel so you do get more free content like this. There's videos every week. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Formby Ladies for having us down, and I'll see you next week with another tip to help your game.